You are watching Tennessee Titans today. I am Tom Downey, and if you want the best Titans content here on YouTube, come to the right spot. Hit that big red button and subscribe for free videos all regular season, hopefully postseason, and off-season long. It's free to subscribe. Hit that big red button right now. We've got the latest Tennessee Titans news and rumors on tap in today's show for you guys today. And we begin with, well, less of an on-the-field impact, but still pretty big news for Tennessee as a new stadium deal is now in place between Nashville and Tennessee. Some details on this for you guys here, and I'll talk some money stuff as well. Enclosed stadium, so hey, it helps the weather, right? 1.7 million square feet. It will seat 55 to 60,000. We'll break down the big impact on that here in a little bit. Turf field, which some players will like, some will not. The goal here is to open by the 2026 season, so a bit of a quick turnaround. Big note on the money, $2.1 billion with a B. Stadium, $840 million coming from Titans ownership, the NFL, the personal seat license stuff, $500 million, that's $500 million from the city of Nashville, and $760 million from revenue bonds, hotel tax, sales tax as well. As the NFL owners, as rich as they are, somehow get to find a way to have the city pay for it and take the profits. I don't like it, but hey, new stadium. Now, the NFL rules, Super Bowl-wise, are that you have to have a 70,000-seat stadium minimum. But the NFL has reportedly told Tennessee they will still be able to host a Super Bowl. They'll still be eligible once the new stadium comes in. Typically speaking, you build a new stadium, you get to host a Super Bowl. And given how I think mostly well the draft went, I think the NFL's happy with Nashville and Tennessee and all that stuff, and they're going to set kind of like a grove setup, kind of like for Ole Miss around the stadium as well. So I don't care that taxpayers are paying for it, although I don't live in Nashville, so it's not my money. But beyond that, I'm pretty excited about it. How do you guys feel about a new Titans stadium coming? This question is the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there, type in your Y's for S or your N for no. Let's talk trade rumors now. Things getting quite interesting on this front. ESPN was laying out a very lengthy article from Jeremy Fowler of different teams' trade options, candidates, and Austin Hooper's name has come up because despite all of the preseason hype around him and trading camp hype around him, he's not actually involved at all. Here's what Jeremy Fowler of ESPN wrote. Tennessee Titans tight end Austin Hooper is a name to keep an eye on. He means relative to trades, of course, right? He has been targeted a grand total of 11 times in 5 games. Hooper's 27 and playing on a minimum salary of $112 million, with much of his $6 million deal paid out in a signing bonus. Chigo Okonkwo has flashed as a passer. Jeff Swaim is still out playing over Austin Hooper. That deal looks really bad. If you get an asset back for him, with him not making much of an impact, maybe you feel a bit better about that front. So we'll keep an eye on Hooper, although Tennessee is a bit thin overall with tight end depth. All right, injury news and notes now. Ola Adeniyi has been placed on injured reserve with a neck injury. The minimum timeline is 4 games. Then he can come back, but it's also a neck, so maybe don't get too excited about that. It continues to be yet another example of an injury along the edge rushing group. So Adeniyi is going to miss at least a little bit of time. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being more from that standpoint. He had 1 tackle, so it's not the biggest loss, but again, you're losing depth at that edge rusher spot. With Adeniyi going to IR, there's a new Titan in town, Josh Thompson, the defensive back, as Tennessee continues to shuffle all kinds of different DBs and safeties and corners into that back end of the roster, which hasn't looked great so far. The Titans have signed Thompson off the Jags practice squad. He'll have to spend a couple weeks minimum on the active roster, but clearly Tennessee liked him. He's now a member of the organization. More roster moves coming, but first, today's show is made possible
by BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code you guys see right there on your screen. That is chat125. When you put down at least $100, BetUS will give you an extra $125 for free to bet with. That way, in case you miss some bets, I don't know, maybe you had the Chargers covering. Maybe you bet on any Broncos offensive point total over this year. Or you bet on Tennessee in week 1 like I did, which didn't turn out very well. They've gotten better, of course. Do it, BetUS. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. Tennessee this week, a 3-point favorite. I'm more of a money line bettor, but executive producer Sam and I agree with him. He's liking Tennessee -3 this week. The Colts are not that great. Bet on Tennessee. Chatsports.com/bet and use promo code chat125. Let's talk Flash Gordon. Josh Gordon himself has been released from the Titans practice squad as Josh Gordon did nothing for Tennessee. He played in 2 games total after he was signed to the practice squad when the Chiefs cut him in the preseason. 2 games, 24 total snaps. The trend for Josh Gordon has been, by the way, that he gets signed to the practice squad and immediately gets called up to the game day active roster via the practice squad promotion. Did that last year too, but his impact is non-existent the past several years. Now, there was a brief flash in 2018, and that was fun. Some other guy with 5 catches the last 3 years. Well, I guess 2.3 years were the third marker this year, but whatever. The Josh Gordon we all know and love from way back when with the Cleveland Browns, that one magical year, hasn't really shown up at all. Mike Vrabel, by the way, was quite blunt at his press conference. He said, "We gave Josh Gordon an opportunity. Didn't see enough there. We went with another player." Okay, I think in the end, Mike's right. Now, the new player is C.J. Board, the former Giants receiver. He's been signed to the practice squad. I'll make note, I don't think your receiver issues are actually fixed by adding C.J. Board. I think you're still looking for more help there from that standpoint, but it's fine to add him to your roster, or your practice squad, I should say, and see if he can contribute as a back-end player. But I think your actual fix is a bigger name that maybe they'll pursue at the trade deadline. We'll see. But what do you guys think when it comes to Josh Gordon? Should he be on the Titans roster? Sound off with your honest opinion. Safe space to chime in the comments section. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let me know in the comments section. More and more injury notes here. Seems like Bud Dupree is getting closer. And Bud Dupree falls into the, let me see it first, then I'll fully buy in, because that guy just cannot stay healthy at all for Tennessee. He has 2 tackles this year. Although he does have 2 forced fumbles, he's flashed when he's had a chance to play when healthy. He's been banged up pretty much since day 1, it feels like, of signing with Tennessee Titans. For a team that is oh so decimated, really is, at the edge rusher spot, they need Bud Dupree back. A lot of concern over, wow, the Titans secondary has been bad. Yeah, you've got 1, maybe 1.5, including Rashad Weaver, reliable pass rushers. I'm including my boy Jeffrey Simmons in there too. Get Bud Dupree back. Use him. Use Danico Autry. Use Rashad Weaver. Use Jeffrey Simmons. That 4-man pressure front is a lot better than no Bud Dupree and no Harold Andrew, who, of course, is unfortunately out for the year. So hopefully Bud Dupree is back at some point in the near future. All right, some other news and notes from various Titans media. Teresa Walker at the press conference for Mike Vrabel. Whether Amon Hooker or Nate Davis can be back this week. Potentially. Maybe. We'll see. It's what Mike Vrabel is the king of not adding any new information injury news-wise. So injury report comes out Wednesday, updates Thursday, Friday. We'll know more then. Terry McCormick, who was in the locker room for Tennessee, told and Elijah Molden said, he told reporters he didn't want to talk because he is not quite ready to return yet. Okay. Get him back out there soon, please and thank you. I don't know when that timing will be, but I think you'll be better off at corner once Molden's back. Remember, folks, if you haven't already, to please hit that big red button and subscribe. You made it all the way to near the end of today's video. It means you like what we're doing. Subscribe right now. But before we go, one last note. Former Titans tight end Delanie Walker is officially retiring, and he'll be retiring as a Titan. He's going to have a press conference later today for the media. 3-time Pro Bowler. He ends his career as a Titan, did the whole one-day contract thing. Let's show Delanie Walker some love then in the comment section. Type in 82 to pay some respect to one of the best Tennessee Titans tight ends in franchise history.